Welcome to Gallery Route 1. I'm introducing you to the annual members exhibition. It is titled Cross Currents. My name is Austin Buckingham. I am an artist member at Gallery Route 1. The reason why we chose the title Cross Currents is because many of us are feeling that circumstances are out of our control. Many of us are feeling whiplashed by politics, the climate, and perhaps inflation and the economy. The exhibition Cross Currents is broad enough to encompass the divergent works and ideas of our artist members, of which there are currently 18 with 2 fellows. And also the title speaks to the zeitgeist of the time that we are living in. This work right here by Kelley Berg specifically addresses the title Cross Currents. What she says in her statement is, what better way to navigate the cross currents of our current moment than a dreamboat, or maybe just load it up with all that you cannot carry and let it go. Throughout this exhibit, this video tour, I'm going to be highlighting our newest members. This is one of our new members, Mirka Knaster. She writes, strips of inked and painted paper cross each other like the woof and warp of weaving. Hand and machine stitched arcs move in different directions, reflecting how chaotic weather patterns currently are, and especially as we experience the dire effects of climate change, despite opinions that deny it. E.A. Zappa, who we refer to as Rick. E.A. Zappa is also a new member. He specializes in graphite, very detailed drawings. He completed these drawings between September and December of 2023. Graphite pencil drawings are part of a larger series of 12, reflecting the serene beauty of nature. They depict some of my most cherished outdoor destinations. As an enthusiastic outdoorsman, I aim to capture the intricate details of these landscapes as I experience them firsthand. This next artist, also a new member, just recently joined about a month ago, Jizell Albright. These paintings are from the cover-up series in which an older painting was painted over. It is painted on a vertical diagonal grid with a limited color palette, though I mix those a lot. I work until I come to a final image which satisfies me for a reason I little understand. These next 2 pieces, a sculpture and woodblock mixed media by artist member Bruce Mitchell. These 3 pieces are by long-standing artist member Will Thoms. Will Thoms likes to use scraps of stained newsprint, which he then brings together in a grid-like structure. This next work is by artist member Pat Augsburger. Her primary medium is oil on linen. Here she's exploring the world of fantasy and play with color and pattern. This next collection of 5 sculptures is created by fellow Sofia Gonzalez, who is part of our 12-month fellowship program at Gallery Route 1. She writes, I collect fallen oak galls to use as a natural dye source, as well as a form for inspiration. Oak galls are both native to our landscape and as a result of parasitic reaction. Using silk dyed by neighboring plants with both local and invasive, I repeatedly wrap oak galls. Wrapping becomes a ritualistic act that quells the anxiety while suffocating the gall in a protective hug. These next 3 pieces are mixed media by artist member Vogel. These 2 works by artist member Betsy Kellas. She uses recycled materials to create collages, and they are intended to be non-representational, simply to be enjoyed. Charles Anselmo, an artist member, a photographer. This particular work is from the 9th Ward of post-Katrina, New Orleans. Charles also does annual, perhaps many times a year, trips to Havana for photographic explorations and expeditions. This wall sculpture is by a new member artist, Renée Owen. Renée writes that this work is part of the Adrift series, which addresses how we balance the needs of the nation's populace with those of displaced millions wandering the globe. This work is by Z. Morvitz. Z. Morvitz is a founding member of Gallery Route 1 in 1983. This next grouping of works is by artist member Vickisa. The theme of her 5 collection works here has to do with waiting. She finds waiting extremely challenging and difficult. particularly during the pandemic, and so her drawings attempt to capture that idea of frustration. These next two works by gallery artist member Jenny-Lynn Hall. Her works are associated with a recent installation called Immaterial. This colorful assemblage is created by Stephen Hurwitz, a gallery artist member. With these particular smaller wall pieces, he's doing an assemblage of leftover pieces from his larger collection, which is the square piece to the left. He does these painted striped panels. A new member, Airiel Mulvaney. Airiel writes Breath of Space #3 as part of the Breath of Space series, an installation of large acrylic paintings created with the intention to create space. In this space, the wall falls away and the art itself becomes the structure, and the structure holds the vast space between breaths. She also writes, each painting I do is really the same painting, a continuous moment of space, quiet, chaos, and the unknown. This next series, two small sculptures made of felt, and these two small sculptures are meant to echo and speak to the wall art. Triptych using India ink combined with a monotype printmaking process. This next work has a lot of textural elements to it. Mary Mountcastle, a founding member of Gallery Route 1, founding Gallery Route 1 in 1983. Her works are characterized by accretion of material onto the canvas, and so highly textural, usually rough, earthy colors. You feel like you're standing in grit or sand. And then the final piece in the show is by fellow Taryn Muller-Nicole. Taryn writes, this work was created during my residency at the Flower Casita, a contemporary floral studio in Petaluma. This boutique flower shop incorporates non-traditional items such as dried flowers, feathers, branches, seed pods, proteas, pincushions into their dynamic arrangements, and I was able to capture these organic textures, striking tones, and unique elements by working from direct observation. After studying long-lasting dried flowers such as the undulating bird of paradise seen in this work, I dissected and divided various parts of the blooms and then stitched them back together into collage format.